Hi everyone. I'm sitting here on my couch for the first time in so long, just so determined to make a 10-minute video. It used to be a lot easier for me to just be able to take a break and hop on for an update, but lately it's been massively busy energetically for me. I'm trying to find my footing and my stability. As you know, the waves of energy have ramped up in frequency as of lately, as we head into the 2027 ascension, and as light workers begin to awaken to their missions, they will come into a realization of the severity, of the congruency, of the all-encompassing weight that will shed its frequency upon them, as they come into a realization that they drop down here for a purpose. They drop down here for a mission so big. They drop down here not just by fluke, not just by accident, not just by their father's sperm meeting their mother's egg, not just an accident, that everything comes with a purpose, and the purpose of you, the purpose of me, the purpose of us, the purpose of Mother Gaia going through this ascension journey is essentially to merge us back into the consciousness of one, of unity consciousness, of a perception of wholeness that we haven't been able to fathom to be real or true for the longest time. And as time approaches for this ascension to ring in, to be true, light workers will begin to awaken all over the world as you've implanted yourself into the narrowest of fields, into the widest of lakes, into the distortion field far and wide, upon mountains, upon angular grooves of misfortunes, upon the uplifting frequency of happiness, upon the greatest sadness that you could ever feel to be real and realize to be true. And as the time approaches for you to awaken to your true destiny, you too will feel a bit of hesitation within this frequency that you sit in. You will feel pounding headaches. You will feel skepticism. You will feel doubtful. You will feel like God is there in moments of need, yet God is not there in moments of greed. Yet all in all, God is every morsel of you, every morsel of me, and God has never left us or has ever abandoned us in any singularity of a moment of truths untold. And in this moment in time, as I sit here to speak to you about my feelings towards the ascension, about the journey that I've been going through since my last video, I sit and tell you a story of something that you will soon have to go through as well as a light worker, as you begin to encompass the brightest light and come into the memory of who and what you are and why you're here in this distortion field that is Gaia, to help uplift her into a 5-dimensional frequency of coherence. You will encompass this light. There's no doubt about it. You will open up your energy field to encompass all of God and more, to be all of who you've ever been. And yet, as you do so, the retraction process of the light inherently will slope down a hill into the darkness, into a darkness so steeped in distortions, as you clamor up for air and try to fix yourself and try to realize and try to tap in to the coherence of it all, as you begin to doubt yourself in greed, as you begin to decipher your reality field to be false or true, as you begin to tap out of your reality field in ways, in coherence, in your old ways, of merging and unmerging with the separation state of consciousness that you have been so used to being and becoming. And as you do so, you'll question yourself, like I have in the past few months and weeks and days leading up to this video. And as I did so, I took a break from social media. I took a break from the energy surrounding me. I took a break from it all as I began to laser focus on my family, on my well-being, on my distortion field, of the all-encompassing energetic field of the quantumverse that I have access to from a neutrality perspective. I chose for the past month or so to sit in the distortion field of the three-dimensional frequency, to feel into my pain, to feel into the darkness, to feel into my surroundings, to feel into my marriage that's falling apart, to feel into my children and what they'd be going through, to feel into it all. And as I sit and say my marriage is falling apart, it's really not. It's just a perception in a moment of darkness, of non-tranquility in the three-dimensional frequency, on a precipice of a fight, on the precipice of incoherence, in a precipice of the darkness that my spouse holds as he hasn't awakened to his reality field, as I know he will awaken, as it is his mission as well, as a protector of the light in all that he is. Yet in this moment in time, he's sitting in the darkness of all that he shall forever be. And as I say it's falling apart, I know it's truly not. I know it's just my emotions. I know it's my doubts in his capacity to awaken to my specifications of the congruencies of my expectations. But as we know, he must ride out the waves that he chose to ride out for himself, and I have to give him space and respect to do so, as the singularity of his soul chose to experience the darkness in ways that I shall never be able to underestimate or overestimate, in ways that I can never judge sitting here in a neutrality perspective, in ways that I allowed myself to judge in a moment of sitting in the three-dimensional frequency, as I put blinders on to not encompass unity consciousness, to not encompass all-encompassing forgiveness, to not respect the road of another lightworker's journey. Though he is my husband, he is me, he is unity, his energy and his frequency has always been me within the unity of it all. Yet I forgot to give him space to grow, to give him space to shed of the darkness that he decided to tranquilize himself into. And in this moment in time, as I tap back into the light of what is, I already know all of that. That at the end of the day, all coherence of incoherence, of inconsistencies will lead back to the light, regardless of what journey we choose to take. So the faith I have in my chest, in my being, that whatever path he walks down, whatever decisions he makes within the upcoming years leading up to the ascension, will essentially lead him back into a source consciousness, into a God's frequency, into an all in all of the all that we have forever been. And it's just his perception field can't reach as far as mine in this moment in time, and that's okay. And to give grace, to give love, and let this be a lesson for all of the light workers out there, as you will not shed the darkness within you at a speed that matches your divine other counterpart that has dropped down with you into this frequency to collide into a unity of a wholeness that you shall forever be as a whole that you descended down to become, as the pairing that you'll always be. And that is okay, as the end goal, the end journey, the end point, the end perspective will be togetherness no matter what. And it's just a reminder to give grace to yourself, to your loved ones, to your family, to your children, and to focus on the energy that is you, and not to over encompass and fall into the darkness that shall forever be a part of you and who you are as the brightness surfaces to wash up on your reality field.